What's up guys, this is Jonathan, Creative Spirit Focus, a place where spirituality and personal development get connected. So today I want to talk about how to let go of your past. You have a situation in your life, maybe you've been deeply hurt before by your spouse or by your parents when you were little or whatever it was. Maybe there's a situation, an embarrassment or something that keeps coming back up again and again and you just feel like you can't let go of it. Or maybe it's a relationship or a bad period of your life. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Number one, unvictimize yourself. And this is something that's kind of counterintuitive sometimes, because what I mean by that is that oftentimes when something happens to us, we immediately feel so hurt and we immediately blame the outside, right? He hit me, she hurt me, he broke that, he broke this rule, this happened, that happened. And that can make us feel really, really powerless. Because at the moment where we say I'm the victim of what this person did to me, at that moment we have no power to change things anymore. So I believe that in order to really let go of our past, step number one is to unvictimize ourselves, to shift the perspective, to say, okay, this happened, but where's my responsibility? Or where's my power? Where could I change things, right? Where's there this little thing that I could have done differently, right? Yeah, all of that happened, right? That's their part. At the moment where we victimize ourselves, we actually take over the guilt of the other person. At that moment where we victimize ourselves, we lose all the power to change our circumstance. And as soon as I got this, that I can just change my perspective on how I see this and say, no, wait, I could have done this differently, I could have done that differently, then things wouldn't have gone this way. Or maybe I could just say, okay, things happened. And that leads me to number two. Forgiveness. It's a concept that we grew up in, to forgive another. And sometimes we struggle to do that, right? Because there's situations in our lives where we're like, no, I don't want to forgive that person. I'm not okay with what they did, right? Because forgiveness, or the concept of forgiveness that I've been taught and many other people have been taught, is that you need to forgive other people. But actually, you just need to forgive yourself. And now let me explain. I got this from Matt Can, and he's a really cool guy, and I watched this video and it inspired me so much and it helped me in my own journey. And it's really about understanding that when I forgive myself, it doesn't matter what other people do, because other people, what they do to you just shows you their relationship to themselves and their God, right? If you really think about it, when people do something to you, it just reflects what they are, how they present themselves, how they feel about themselves. They express their anger towards the world or their unclear feelings, right? So anyway, number three, and this is also very important, if you want to let go of your past, you need to first fully process it. You know, oftentimes when things happen to us in our past that we want to let go of, we try to push them away, right? Like for example, when this embarrassing thing happened, when you posted this really embarrassing video, like that happened to me, or when there's something that you really like, you don't even want to think about, what do? You don't want to think about it, so you push it away. The same with every trauma that ever happened to you. You try to push it away, right? And now here's the deal. I'm not telling you that you should pull that thing back and keep obsessing over it and making yourself crazy and keep doing it and keep doing it. What I'm encouraging you is to take a closer look, to take that thing back and say, wait, let me look at you. Oh yeah, that thing actually happened, right? To acknowledge that a thing actually happened, because trust me guys, if you try to push something away, it's gonna come back again and again and again at some point. If you try to run away from something that happened in your past, trust me, it's gonna catch up eventually. And then it's gonna be a big crash. So in order to avoid that, what I found for myself and what really works for a lot of people that I worked with is you really say, hey, wait, stop a minute. Let's just look at this and say, okay, acknowledge that this is here. Don't obsess over it, just look at it and say yes. Fully process it, right? Like look at it and say, yeah, that actually happened. And you're not gonna believe it. At the moment where you acknowledge it, you will just move on. This is a way of letting go, of truly letting go. When something bothers you, especially embarrassments, it's the easiest way to let go of embarrassments that I've found is to just say, yeah, that happened, right? Like own that stuff. That's your stuff. If you push it away, it's just gonna come back around. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's almost sunset here and the perfect time to end this. If you enjoyed this, you can share this video with someone that you might think would enjoy it, or you can also subscribe down below if you want to see more videos like that in the future. Take care.